the NFL. I got to watch the tape and see who my starting quarterback is going to be. Baker Mayfield gave the city of Cleveland free beer. Of course it's going to be Baker Mayfield. It's going to be the starter. They can roll out Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady at quarterback in Cleveland, and the crowd will boo them because they want Baker Mayfield. Baker's going to be the starter, and I think good things are coming for Cleveland. You know, Baker Mayfield looked like a superhero, so we'll see how it plays out. But I know it's just the Jets. It's just one game. But that was the best line of the weekend so far. I have to watch the tape, and I'll decide on Monday who my starting quarterback's going to be.
Can I just say for the record, who said a long time ago that Baker Mayfield was going to be the starting quarterback? Just saying.
What, are you saying you and 100% of the rest of the country said Baker Mayfield is going to be the starting quarterback?
Hey, I'm taking credit for what I said. I can't take credit for what everybody else said.
There's no way he'll take Baker Mayfield number one and then not play him. So you didn't really go out on a limb and put your neck out there to say that he was going to be the starting quarterback for Cleveland because everybody knew he was going to be the starting quarterback for the Browns.
Well, here's the thing. And the coach, what's the coach at Cleveland? Cleveland's name again?
It's Hugh Jackson.
Yeah, Hugh Jackson needs to be fired. Fired. You know why that is? Because
I don't know, man. Every team needs continuity. You don't fire your head coach after only 32 losses. I mean, you stick him in there. It's continuity. Keep him there.
Hey, here's why he needs to be fired. At the end of the game on Thursday night, well, I got to watch the tape. Were you not on the sidelines? Did you not see Baker Mayfield light the field up in the second half? For you to say, oh, well, I got to look at the tape to see who my starting quarterback's going to be next week, are you kidding me?
Tell you what, he plays Tyrod next week. He will be fired. So.
All right, Rick, are you gonna go? Are you gonna go? Or are you gonna?
You know, here's the thing. I've been working so much the past 2 weeks. I have not cut my grass in like 2 weeks, seriously. And it's going to rain, and it's only like 60-something degrees here right now. It's perfect to go get my grass cut. It's a lame excuse to get off the radio show, but it's the God's honest truth at the same time. So I'm seeing an opportunity. The Irish play in 2 hours, so I'm going to try to get that done for the Irish come on and get it done for the rain moves in at the same time.
You know what I did with my lawn?
What's that?
I paid somebody to do it.
Yeah, you pay somebody.
So
I don't want to pay anybody to cut my grass. I have close to 3 acres here. I'm not paying somebody to come cut this thing. It's going to take me the next hour and a half. So
I have an acre and a half, so it's all good. All right, Rick, thanks for jumping on. We got to take a break. We'll be right back with ed-kracz, beat writer for the Philadelphia Eagles for the Sports Exchange. Go ahead, Rick.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if Ed's on and listening, hey, good to not talk to you again for another week. I'll be on with you guys at some point, though, just high and by. So.
All right, buddy. We'll talk with you soon. Rick-riggin, executive producer of The Balance and host of Breaking Rank, jumped on for a few minutes to talk some college football with me and Matt Embry. My name's tom-marquis, El Presidente. We'll be right back with the NFL talk. That's right, the Browns win. Oh, yeah.
The Air National Guard is a reserve component of the United States Air Force and serves alongside active duty Air Force members in times of a national crisis. In addition, the Air Guard serves the state and local community in a wide range of capacities. The reason people join the Air Guard is as diverse as our members and includes such reasons as a deep desire to serve their country, money for college, travel, new job skills, and the pride that goes along with belonging to the greatest military organization in the world. I joined because I felt a calling to serve my country, but I didn't want to be far away from my family, so the Indiana Air National Guard was a perfect fit for me. With over 95 different career opportunities to choose from and 100% paid college tuition to any state-funded college, why not give us a call? Call 1-800-841-3103 or visit online at goang.com to find out more. Again, that's 1-800-841-3103. The Air National Guard, guarding America, defending freedom.
It's double trouble, double the fun. At African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton, Ohio. See the largest antelope on Earth, the giant eland, and the ugliest creature on Earth, the African warthog. There's so much to see and do, including the Midwest's only drive-through safari. Feed the animals. See live educational shows. Feel the excitement. Have your picture taken with a python or cockatoo. Feel the adventure. Shop the Symbol Lodge gift shop with items available from around the globe. Visit the snack bar or picnic facilities. Enjoy a pony or camel ride. Or cheer your favorite porker on to victory in the famous Pork Chop Down. Bring your family to see the rare and exotic animals at African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton, Ohio. Just take Route 2 to the Route 53 North exit and follow the sign. Only 17 miles west of Cedar Point via Route 6. Open every day, rain or shine.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be confusing. Like Swedish techno confusing.
Bark, bark, meow, meow. Dance with me, purple cow. Bark, bark, meow, meow. Ooh, you lovely cow.
Geico makes it easy. With 24/7 access, all you have to do is go to Geico.com and you can save money on car insurance. It just makes sense. Unlike, you know.
Dance with me, purple cow. I like your moves.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be hard. Like early 90s heavy metal hard.
I'm yelling and screaming and I'm loud. Roar.
Geico makes it easy. You can review and update your policy or report a claim on Geico.com or the Geico mobile app. Because shouldn't we all have a little less stress in our lives?
I'm not even upset about anything.
All right, and welcome back to the Palace. My name's Tom Marquis, El Presidente. 1 hour in the books. Thanks to Matthew Embry, our official Indy Car contributor. And also he is with 96.1 FM WSTB in South Bend, the flagship station of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Thank you, Matthew, for jumping on and talking Indy Car with us and sticking around and talking some college football with me and Rick-riggin. Did a little mini breaking rank, and Rick's got a lot going on. Apparently he has to mow his lawn. I don't know, all kinds of adulting stuff. I don't know. I don't get it. Be on the radio or don't be on the radio, you know. But anyway, no, I'm just giving him a hard time. Certainly we'll have Breaking Rank on Wednesday night. But joining us now is the man in the brotherly city, and it's going to be some love this weekend in Philadelphia. ed-kracz, from beat writer for the Philadelphia Eagles, our official NFL contributor, and he's obviously with the Sports Exchange. Check him out at www.footballmaven.io/Eagles. To you, sir.
Yeah, you nailed it, Tom. You got the slate right. Thank you.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, yes,
hey, I tell you, obviously a big game in Philadelphia for both you and I personally, and but you know, we'll get to that game in a second. But we've got to talk about Thursday night, the Jets and Browns. It finally happened. The Acropolis is here. The world, the sea has parted. The Exodus has begun. Moses has raised his staff. You know, I got to stop doing the biblical references every single week. But hey, there's good reason to do so. And by the way, the quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, I think everybody in the world knows who that is except for Hugh Jackson. What are your thoughts on the Cleveland Browns and Sam Bradford and just a win for the Browns? That just is even hard to say, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I think you even said Sam Bradford there. I think you meant Baker Mayfield.
I said Sam Bradford because I got him right looking at something else. But yeah. I'm trying to stay 2 steps ahead of everything. We will talk about Sam Bradford at some point, but go ahead.
Do we have to? Do we have to talk about Sam Bradford?
Yes, we will here in a few minutes. But Baker Mayfield, you're right. The Baker's dozen. There you go.
Right. Well, you know, it looked like the Eagles coming off that Super Bowl and how the city just kind of, shed tears and had this big parade. I mean, that's probably what it felt like to be a Cleveland Browns fan in Cleveland on Thursday night, is they just took to the streets and celebrated it like they won the Super Bowl. And, I could certainly relate to that elation that they felt after seeing the Eagles win the Super Bowl. I know, when you compare winning the Super Bowl versus winning your first game since 2016 is, it's not much of a comparison, but I can understand where those fans are coming from, man. They suffered a lot. They put up with a lot of losing, and they've turned the corner with that win. I think the Browns will win more games this year. They really have some good young players. And well, I'll tell you, Baker Mayfield, I was a little surprised when the Browns took him first overall. And, it's a small sample size, but when you look how he played versus how Sam Darnold played, Mayfield looks like the right pick. But, again, small sample size. Darnold's on the road, tough environments. But Baker Mayfield, he just showed no fear, no hesitation in pulling that trigger and just throwing that ball all over the place. And, I loved what I saw from Baker Mayfield. I got to be honest. I thought it was a terrific debut for having taken limited snaps in practice. Your first-team quarterback gets all those snaps, and, your second-team guy gets very little. Yet he came in and showed no fear whatsoever and a good grasp of what the play calls were. So, I don't know what Hugh Jackson's hesitation is in naming him the quarterback. I can understand that, they have 10 days off between games and, why rush it? The players were given off this weekend. Come back Monday, and we'll probably know on Monday that Baker Mayfield's the starter. At least we should. I don't know what the big secret will be keeping it beyond that. But, I wouldn't expect them to go back to Tyrod Taylor at this point.
Well, like I told Rick earlier, after that press conference that Hugh Jackson gave after the game on Thursday, if I was the ownership of the Browns, I'd say, don't bother showing up again. You are now officially fired. If you do not know who the quarterback's going to be, what do you mean you got to look at the tape? You were on the sidelines. Did you not see Baker Mayfield light it up? Did you not see that Baker Mayfield earned his job? What do you mean you got to look at the tape? And looking at your record, you aren't the best decision maker. I don't think you're the best coach for us. You just made it official. If I was the Browns ownership, that's what I would do. What the heck was he thinking when he said, well, I got to look at the tape and decide? What tape you got to look at? I mean, what's there to decide here? Yeah. Baker Mayfield's your quarterback.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I would have just said, listen, guys, now's not the time to talk about it. No comment on that situation until further notice. Something like that. I mean, look at the tape does sound kind of a foolish thing to say, but, that's the words he chose. But, you wonder who's calling the shots there, too. Is it John Dorsey that has a hand in who plays and who doesn't play, the general manager? Because, when he talks about looking at the tape, he said, I'm going to talk to the coaching staff and I'll talk to John Dorsey about it too. I mean, why would he need to talk to the general manager about a decision that's made affecting the football team? This isn't, a personnel decision where they're bringing somebody in. You would never hear here in Philadelphia Doug Peterson say, I got to talk to Howie Roseman if I'm going to start Carson Wentz this week. I mean, he's deferring to Dorsey. So you wonder if it's Dorsey's decision, how much of a role he plays in decisions made on game day and who plays and who doesn't, that's the wrong way to do things. But unfortunate word choice to say I have to look at the tape. You should have just said, look, no comment. Now's not the time to talk about it. Baker did a great job. I'll get back to you when I have my answer. No comment. And then do a Bill Belichick. If someone keeps asking you about it, just say next question. Next question. Yeah.
Landry ended up getting me like 17 points. So hey, I'm okay with that. Well, let's move on down the road. The city of brotherly love for you, ed-kracz. We had hoped to make that trip. It didn't happen. But the Colts are at Philadelphia. A nice little side note that you sent the Frank Reich, coach of the Indianapolis Colts, ex-offensive coordinator for the Eagles, spent a lot of time there with the Eagles, sent the media and stuff, some pastries it looked like. So that was a class act. But you guys welcome the Colts to brotherly love. I tell you what, to our advantage, if you will, if I could be a homer for a second, this is a game that's very, very winnable by the Indianapolis Colts, especially after what we saw against the Redskins last week. And they're playing a banged-up Philadelphia Eagle team.
Yeah, well, to get back to Frank Reich there, which is such a total classy guy, and I said that after the Colts hired him back after the Super Bowl, was this guy is a classy guy. He's easy to root for. He sent a bunch of Italian pastries to the media center on Friday, a bunch of cannoli and some Italian cookies and a nice note that thanked the media for covering him fairly and